What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG WTF LOL FTWBRB, and welcome to Suprocker Sunday. Excuse me, if you're unfamiliar with what Suprocker Saturday or Sunday it is, well, it is one of the days of the week that I choose to play really any game that I want, such as the ongoing series we've been doing for quite a long time now, the arcade playthroughs of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The reason why I almost said Saturday is because this is actually being uploaded on Sunday when it is actually usually uploaded on Saturdays, but yesterday I had to upload both Friday Night SmackDown and Thursday Night Superstars, so today I'm uploading both Marvel and Injustice, and as you see, my team already has been selected: Iron Fist, Ryu, and Strider Hero. And if you guys follow this series, you would know that this week I will be doing a Marvel character, and even if you didn't know that, you would know that I've already defeated Galactus with Ryu and Strider Hero. So we're going to be playing as the Fist of Iron, Iron Fist today. And an ongoing thing I do here in this these arcade playthroughs is I like to give you guys information on the characters I'll be playing as. So without further ado, allow me to give you some information here on Iron Fist. Iron Fist Danny Rad Kai is a fictional character, a comic book superhero in the Marvel Comics universe, and practitioner of martial arts. Created by Roy Thomas and Gil Kane, he first appeared in Marvel Premiere number 15 in May 1974. The character starred in his own solo series in the 1970s and shared the title Power Man and Iron Fist for several years. Iron Fist, along with the previously created Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu, came from Marvel Comics during a pop culture trend in the early mid-1970s of martial arts heroes. Debuting in the story by writer Roy Thomas and penciler Gil Kane in the umbrella title Marvel Premiere, number 15 through 25 in May 1974 to October 1975. He was then written successfully by Lean Ween, Doug Monoke, Tony Isabella, and Chris Claremont, with art by successive pencilers Larry Hama, R.L. Jones, Pat Broderick, and in some of earliest professional work, John Byrne. Following this run, Iron Fist was immediately spun off into a solo series, Iron Fist, which ran 15 issues, November 1975 until November 1977. The solo series was written by Claremont and penciled by Byrne. A subplot involving Steel Serpent, left unresolved by the cancellation of the series, was wrapped up in issue number 60 through 64 of Marvel Team Up. Iron Fist joined the cast of the Luke Cage series in three-parter story and Power Man number 48 through 50. The series changed to Power Man and Iron Fist with issue number 50, although the indicia, I don't know if I pronounced that word right, did not reflect this change until issue number 67. Iron Fist co-starred the series until the final issue, number 125, in September 1986. Two solo miniseries followed a decade later: Iron Fist Volume 2, number 1 and 2, September through October 1996, by James Felder and penciler Robert Brown, and Iron Fist Volume 3, number 1 through 3, in July through September of 1998, by Dan Jurgens and penciler Jackson Goose. Also around this time, he was among the ensemble of the group series Heroes for Hire, which ran 19 issues, July 1997 through January 1999. Following a 4-issue miniseries by writer Jay Farber and penciler Jamie Eagle, Iron Fist Wolverine, November 2000 through February 2001, co-starring the X-Men character Wolverine and covered billed as Iron Fist / Wolverine, The Return of Kun Lung, came another solo miniseries. Iron Fist Volume 4, number 1 through 6, May through October 2004, by writer Jim Mullany and penciler Kevin Lau. The first issue of a new ongoing series, The Immortal Iron Fist, by co-writers Ed Brubaker and Matt Fraction, and primary artist Dave Aja, premiered with a January 2007 cover date. Dewan Schwitzka took over the series from issue number 17. Writer-co-creator Roy Thomas wrote in a text piece in Marvel Premiere number 15 that Iron Fist's origin and creation owe much to the 1940s Bill Everett character, Amazing Man. Thomas later wrote that he and artist co-creator Gil Kane had Started Iron Fist because I'd seen my first Kung Fu movie, even before a Bruce Lee one came out, and it had a thing called the Ceremony of the Iron Fist in it. I thought that was a good name and we already had a Master of Kung Fu going, but I thought maybe a superhero called Iron Fist, even though we had Iron Man, would be a good idea. Publisher Stan Lee liked the name, so I got a hold of Gal and brought in his amazing man influences, and we designed the character together. Iron Fist appearance outside of his own title includes 3 Iron Fist story in Marvel's black and white comic magazines Deadly Hands of Kung Fu in number 10 in March 1975, an additional story co-starring the Sons of the Tiger in the issue number 18 in November 1975, and a 6-part serial, The Living Weapon, in number 19 through 25, December 1975 and May 1976. He made guest appearances in such titles as Marvel 2-in-1, Marvel Team Up, the Submariner series, Namor, Black Panther, and Daredevil. Iron Fist appeared as a regular character throughout 2010 and 2013 New Avengers series from issue number 1 in August 2010 throughout its final issue in number 34 in January 2013. Daniel Rad was born in New York City, the son of an American businessman, Wendell Rad, a wealthy entrepreneur who discovered the mystical city of Kunlun as a young boy. During his time in Kunlun, Wendell saved the life of the city's ruler, Lord Tuan, and was adopted as Tuan's son. However, Wendell eventually left Kunlun and became a wealthy entrepreneur in the United States. He married socialite Heather Dukin and had a child, Daniel. When Daniel was 9, Wendell organized an expedition to again seek out Kunlun, taking his wife Heather, his business partner Harold Michnum, and Daniel. During the journey up the mountain, Daniel slipped off the path, his tie rope taking his mother and father with him. Michnum, who also loved Heather, forced Wendell to plunge to his death, but offered to rescue Heather and Daniel. She rejected his help, preferring to journey without him or die. As explained in Marvel Premiere number 15, Heather and Daniel came across a makeshift bridge that appears out of nowhere and are attacked by a pack of wolves. Heather throws herself onto the wolves to save Daniel and is killed even as archers from Kunlun attempted to save her. The archers take the grieving Daniel to see Yutu, the hooded ruler of Kunlun. When Daniel expresses his desire for vengeance, Yun-Ti appears him to Li Kung, the Thunderer, who teaches him martial arts. Daniel proves to be most gifted of Li Kung's students. Rand conditions his fists for plunging them in the buckets of sand, gravel, and rock to toughen them. At 19, Daniel is given the chance to attain the power of the Iron Fist by fighting and defeating the dragon known as Shao Lo, the Undying, which guarded the molten heart that had been torn from its body. During the battle, Daniel throws himself against the scar of Shao Lu, which burns a dragon tattoo into his chest. Having killed Shao Lu, he enters a cave and plunges his fist into a bazaar containing the creature's molten heart. Emerging with the power of Iron Fist, it is later revealed that there had been many Iron Fists before Daniel, making him the modern member of a long lineage of Iron Fist. When Kunlun reappeared on Earth after 10 years, Daniel decides to leave and find his father's killer. Returning to New York, Daniel Rad, dressed in ceremonial garb of the Iron Fist, seeks out Harold Michnum, now head of Michnum Industries. After overcoming a number of attempts on his life, he confronts Michnum in his office, only to find the man legless, an amputation carried out when, after abandoning Daniel and his mother, he was caught in heavy snow and his legs became frostbitten. Impressed by Iron Fist's abilities, Michnum offers his fate and tells Iron Fist to kill him, but overcome with pity for his pathetic shell of a man, Iron Fist walks away. At that moment, Michnum is murdered by a mysterious ninja, and his daughter Joy blames Iron Fist for the death. Eventually, Iron Fist clears his name and begins a career as a superhero, aided by his friends Colin Wing and Misty Knight. Falling in love later, notable adversaries in his early career include the first appearance of villain Sabretooth, who is not yet known to be connected to Wolverine, the mysterious Master Khan, whom the ninja that killed Michnum once served, and the Steel Serpent, the exiled son of Li Kung, who coveted the Iron Fist power. Plunging his fist into the molten heart of Dragon Shalo and the Undying, infused the dragon's superhuman energy into Rand. This, along with training by Liu King and the Thunderer, gave Rand the power of the Iron Fist, allowing him to summon and focus his chi of natural energy and enhance his natural abilities to extraordinary levels. His strength, speed, stamina, Durability, agility, reflexes, and senses can all be greatly intensified, making his already formidable martial arts skills even more. The ultimate expression of this focus is the ability to concentrate his body's natural energies into his hand, manifesting as a supernatural glow around his clenched fist, making his fist like onto a thing of iron. So concentrated, the Iron Fist can snatch into its target with superhuman hardness and impact while his hand becomes impervious to pain and injury. However, the feat of summoning the power required leaves Rand physically and mentally drained, unable to repeat the act for a time, as long as even the entire day in certain instances. Such as an ability is described as quasi-mystical. Other applications of Iron Fist powers include the ability to focus chi energy inward to heal oneself or outward to heal others of injury, as well as the ability to telepathically fuse his consciousness temporarily with another person to mend with that person's mind. In Maximum Carnage, Rand was able to use mental application of the Iron Fist temporarily calm a rioting mob. When asked about this by Spider-Man, Rand replied that all humans are in essence one divine being in constant craving for the oneness, and once it's offered, it cannot be refused. When asked by Spider-Man how long it would take to learn this meditative technique, Rand replied 8 or 10 years. Orson Randall, Rand's predecessor as Iron Fist, demonstrated applications including hypnosis and channeling his chi energy into projected weapons to increase their destruction capacity. Randall also showed enhanced resistance to injury, including resilience to poison gas dropped onto his fellow combatants in the trenches of World War I, and greatly slowed the aging process. Although almost 100 years old by the time he encountered Daniel Rand, he demonstrated physical vitality, I don't know that word, with a highly trained martial artist at his age. Rand has presumably acquired powers and the abilities of at least equivalent to Orson Randall's, though not necessarily the skill to control them. Thanks to combining Randall's chi energy with his own, he's also in possession of the Book of the Iron Fist, studying of which greatly expands his kung fu skills. Rand displayed what he had learned from Orson Randall regarding alternate applications of the Iron Fist when he was able to extend his chi from his fist into electromagnetic field of train intended to destroy Kunlun, transforming himself into a human bullet. Despite the train being loaded down with enough raw explosives to make Hiroshima look like a sparkler, Rand was able to destroy the train and survive the massive explosive virtually unharmed. In combat with other superhumans, he has demonstrated the ability to strike Scar, the son of Hulk, and Kyria, the Old-Strong, with enough force to at least daze Scar, despite the latter having inherited his father's strength, later destroying Ragnarok, an android clone of Thor, and Spider-Man throwing him into Ragnarok. Even without the Iron Fist, Rand is a master of all Kunlun's martial arts and many of Earth's. In a confrontation with Tony Stark, it is revealed that Iron Fist has been registered as a lethal weapon, as it is supposedly required of advanced martial arts in the United States. His lawyer is present during the confrontation and argues the loophole that he is already registered with the government, and that his abilities are skill based and not power based, meaning that he does not technically qualify as a superhero, and it suggests that he has broken no laws. In May 2000, Marvel Studios bought Artisan Entertainment to co-finance an Iron Fist film, hiring Ray Park to star and John Truman to write the script in January 2001. Park read extensively the comics that Iron Fist had appeared in. Kirk Wong signed it in to direct in July 2001. With filming set for late 2001, early 2002, Iron Fist nearly went into pre-production in March 2002. Wong left the project in April 2002. By August 2002, pre-production had started. Filming was pushed back to late 2002 and then to late 2003. In March 2003, Marvel announced a 2004 release date. In April 2003, Steve Carr entered negotiations to direct. In November 2003, the release date was moved to 2006. And in March 2007, Carr placed Iron Fist on hold due to scheduling conflicts. In 2009, Marvel announced they had begun hiring a group of writers to help come up with creative ways to launch its lesser-known properties such as Iron Fist, along with others such as Black Panther, Cable, Doctor Strange, Nighthawk, and Vision. In August 2010, Marvel Studios hired Rich Wikers to write the screenplay. Marvel has a future Iron Fist films project planned. Iron Fist is ranked as the 195th greatest comic book character of all time by Wizard magazine. IGN also ranked Iron Fist as the 68th greatest comic book character of all time, stating that in the Marvel Universe, mastery of martial arts is enough to qualify as a superpower, and none are more super at the art of fighting than Iron Fist. Iron Fist has appeared in the following TV shows: The Superhero Squad Show in 2009, voiced by Mikey Kelly; The Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes in 2010, voiced by Lauren Lester; and Ultimate Spider-Man in 2012, voiced by Greg Sipes. Iron Fist has appeared in the following video games. He appears as a non-playable character in the 16-bit video game Spider-Man and Venom: Maximum Carnage in 1994, which was released for Super Nintendo in the Genesis game consoles. He appears in Spider-Man Friend or Foe in 2007, voiced by John Reno; Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 in 2009, voiced by Peter Dobson; Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in 2011, voiced by Lauren Lester; and Marvel Heroes in 2013, voiced by John Paul Carlick. Now we'll go over his pre-fight dialogues, his interactions with other characters in this game. So his pre-fight dialogues and intros: when he starts off a battle against Ryu, he says, "Come on, let's see what you've got." Arthur, "My Iron Fist will shred that armor like paper." Chun-Li, "God of the Dragon called, they want their everything back." Akuma, "I look forward to fighting a real warrior." Virgil, "A dragon will always beat a demon spawn boy." And Iron Man, "Technology is no substitute for skill." His call names: when he calls Spider-Man in to help, he says Peter, Captain America's Cap; Iron Man is Tony; and Phoenix Wright is Mr. Right. His victory pose quotes: when he defeats Ryu, "You fought with honor, you would be most welcome in Kunlun." When he defeats Arthur, "This is one dragon you could not slay, knight." Chun-Li, "With some training, you might not be half bad." Akuma, "I suppose we proved who the real master of the Fist is." Virgil, "I think your brother would have put up a better fight." And Iron Man, "Man of Iron versus Fist of Iron was no contest." I will continue going over all this, nerds and geeks. First, I want to get to Iron Fist's ending, so we're going to wait for that one. So now that I've defeated Galactus, what is there left to do? Spend my days in deep meditation? Spend endless night pondering the questions of the universe? Nah. How about a new kick-ass version of Heroes for Hire instead? So real quick before I go back over, I want to talk a little bit about Iron Fist's ending. I kind of like it and I kind of don't. To me, there's too many of these team ones, such as Hawkeye had his, well actually I don't think I've done Hawkeye, so I'm not going to spoil his, but Nova with the new Nova cores. You know, there's too many ending with, "Oh, we have a team now." But I do like that one because, I don't know, it's cool. I see Batsu in there, Ryu and Chun-Li. Of course, I saw Luke Cage also. I don't recognize anyone else, but it's an interesting one. It's okay. I don't think that that's a good ending for Iron Fist, though. I will admit that. Now let's continue with this before we end. I'm almost done. So his aftermatch win quotes: when he defeats Strider Hero, he says, "Even in Kunlun we've heard of your prowess, Strider, so I expected more. Much more. Ryu, you are a worthy opponent, Ryu. In fact, in time you might even be a worthy successor of the Iron Fist. But not today. Doctor Strange, I regret having to take down a fellow Avenger, but you gave me little choice. Deadpool, humor is no substitute for skill. Also, the jokes weren't all that funny, if I'm being honest about it. Magneto, clearly the master of magnetism, has no effect on Fist of Iron. And Taskmaster, you can copy my moves all you want, but you'll never be as good as me." Now we're going to go over his assist quotes. When calling for help, he says assistance, and when he's finished assisting, he says I will return. When he's defeated by any attack, he says Li Kung, I have shamed you, and when he loses by time over, he says time shouldn't decide a battle. When replacing fallen allies, when there's only one ally remaining besides him, he says, I'll handle this. And when he has absolutely no allies remaining, the odds are irrelevant. And his taunts, he says, my chi is strong. And he also says, they should call you a zero for hire. But that will do it for this week's Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 playthrough. I do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, do me a favor, leave me a comment, a like, and please subscribe if you have not already. And as always, my name has been OMGWTF, and I'll see you nerds and geeks next week when we go as for a Capcom character. Until then, have a wonderful day, nerds and geeks.